promise I do more than drink. Really interesting reference and a very controversial one, actually. I'm not offended if you haven't, guys, but has anyone watched the Gold Coast show? Great, thank you. Like I said, I don't mind, it's fine. So what I had at the Gold Coast show, I really need to just make sure this is it. It was also a reel on TikTok. Oh, it was proven. Okay, I don't feel as controversial now. I have a gentleman in my head who's coming forward referencing that his wife and or family are in the room because he's referencing my special woman. So it can be also a sister. But he also references... I feel nervous to say it, even though I'm pretty not sensitive at all. I'm just going to say it. He references passing from the COVID vaccine. There we go. My biggest issue with the COVID vaccine is that they told us it was safe and effective, and it was neither. Hello. Hi, so what was your name?
Alice.
Nice to meet you, Alice.
Thank you. You too. Hi.
Now, I can appreciate by your reaction that makes sense, but this is your husband, is that correct? Yeah. Oh my God. He says we were meant to be having a good time. So don't tell me too much, just a yes or a no. Because I'd rather hear you sort of tells me things. But it actually was proven that it was the vaccine, that he had an adverse reaction to the vaccine.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. AstraZeneca? He called it the clot shot.
Yeah.
He says, I need her to know, Dave, all I think about and all I want to do is look after our kids. He says, because they had to go through, were they with him when he crossed over or something? Yeah. Because I don't want you to tell me too much, but it kind of feels like he has the vaccine and then his body has the reaction to it. But it's not instant. Like, it's kind of like, it makes me like, because, to fill in the gaps, what happened in the Gold Coast show, there was a twin sister in the room and her sister had AstraZeneca. And then 2 weeks later, she died of a clot to the lung. And the doctors were like, it's just a coincidence, but she confirmed it was the vaccine that caused the clot. Now, with your beautiful husband, it's sort of like the same sort of situation. So whether it's sort of like he has the vaccine and then unfortunately passes, like, it feels like kind of weeks or months later even, to be fair. Does that make sense?
It was weeks.
Okay.
And he had it. Do you want me to tell you what happened? Or?
I'd rather tell you, to be fair. It's just because I'll see what else he comes up with. Do you have to 4 kids? 3? 4?
I have a stepdaughter and we had 3 children together, so yes, 4.
Perfect. Okay, it's the same situation again. Yeah. And am I correct in saying you actually weren't in Hobart when he crossed over, or had
He wasn't.
He wasn't. Okay. I feel hot. I want to say Queensland, but I don't think it's Queensland. I don't know. Where was he, if you don't mind me asking?
Something happened and he was on the east coast of Tassie. And
Okay.
then he came to the hospital in Hobart.
Okay. He's very strongly connected with Queensland right now for some reason, because he keeps saying, let's go to Queensland. Well, maybe that's the answer. Let's go to Queensland. So I don't know whether there's been talk about going up there with family or something like that.
My stepdaughter is living in Queensland.
Okay.
She was there when he...
She's what, sorry?
She was there when he had
his accident, yeah. Well, not an accident, but yeah. I can appreciate some people in the room might feel a little bit kind of like, ugh, around that situation, but yeah, because he says, Dave, he said the hardest thing was, he says, I didn't want Alice to like not know what was going on or not what was happening. He says, even when I started feeling really sick or really like, because I know you validated for me that he sort of passed a few weeks after the vaccine, but it's sort of like, even in the whole time in the lead up to it, it's like his whole energy just shifted. Like I just kind of feel very tired and just kind of like, even a bit sore. Like my neck is like pain. I don't know whether he was complaining about neck pain or anything like that. Do you have 3 boys? Does anyone connect with a son, unless your son is Samuel? It's a very common name, I know, but like there's just someone just went, Sam. It's Terry again. You can't connect with Terry either, can you?
I have an uncle Terry.
He has been spirit, yeah. Okay, Terry is with you, good. Okay, because Terry was here before and I was like, I don't know where we're going to.
I felt that when he said that.
Yeah. Yeah, because your husband's just gone to Terry, even though they're not related, but he's like, oh, and they're like, oh, and I'm like, oh, hi, how you doing? I was like, do you know him? Like, what's going on? So the main thing is with your husband, it's sort of like with everything that I went through, Dave, he says, I didn't really understand what was going on or the pains around it. So he says, you know, the fight that my girl, my wife, it's sort of like the element of how she fought for me. He says, I'm very grateful. And, you know, the energy that she put into to not stop to get answers. Now, what he validated for me, because as I mentioned before, I have a background in law, there was like, because it was proven to be an adverse reaction to the vaccines, it's sort of like at the very start, people were stonewalling you or not wanting to really like admit, essentially. So he's very proud of how, for our kids especially, how you really push forward to get answers, because he says it helps more people than you realise. And he says she deserves to relax now, Dave. She deserves to know not only that I'm watching every little thing that she does. He says, he's like, I don't want to joke about crossing over, but he says it is nice to slow down and actually pay attention to the things that matter. He says, because I just never stopped.
That's him to a T.
And he says, my biggest regret is that my loved ones had even iota of doubt that they weren't the most important things in my life. He says, I don't know how I got so lucky to have her as my wife. And he says, my biggest regret is that I didn't tell her every single day. And he says, if anything, he's like, I got a bit snappy. And he says, but to watch the way in which, you know, he says, my children are so fortunate that that's their mum. He says, because she's raising them to be the connected, independent that she is. And he says, you know, I got so caught up in business. I got so caught up in, you know, running around, and he says, wanting everyone to think that I was good at what I was doing. And he says, but all that really matters, he says, even I didn't tell her how much I appreciated just actually getting home and feeling safe. He says, because as men, we can't admit that we don't feel safe. He says, but when I walked home into that house, he says this was the one place where I knew that actually I was looked after too. And he says, you don't have to, I can't actually, I had laser eye surgery that's now regressing, so I'm actually going blind again, but I don't know whether you've got your ring on or not, but he says you don't have to wear it. He says you can put it on the chain. Are you actually grabbing your neck? Yes, I was about to say, he says put it on the chain. So please take that as validation that he knows that you're doing that. He's actually again put his name in my family circle. Again, don't tell me his name, just the first letter.
way probably, but it's I.
Imelda? No, I'm joking. I'm going to assume probably Ian, obviously, yeah.
Yes, Ian.
Must be psychic. Is there any other guys' names that start with I? I don't even know. Let's play a game. Anyone got any names? No, sorry. Yeah. Now, if I was to say with Ian, like the people, like would people in Hobart know him? Does that kind of make sense? Like it kind of feels like, I mean, okay, it's his ego kicking in, but he's like, oh no, people know me, Dave. But then he's like looking at me like, I don't think that they do. You know what I mean? But like, was he in media or something like that, or something about having like a bit of a public image? Like business?
I used to work in the media, but he was fairly well known.
Okay, wonderful.
Just through business.
Through business, perfect. And you used to work for the media?
Yeah.
Perfect. Really random. Anyone work for Channel 7? It wasn't you, I imagine. I've seen a massive red. I can't think of any other red logos that are media.
His company logo was red and white.
His company logo was red.
That he worked for, yeah.
All right. Just tell everyone it was Channel 7.
It's not dissimilar when I think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. And he says, Dave, there's a lot of things in life that I wished I did differently. And he says, but you tell her she's not one of them. And he says, if you ever doubted that, he says, I'm glad I can tell her. He says, because I just always wanted, oh, okay. He says, I just always wanted women to find me attractive. And the girl in Queensland is his daughter?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you, like, is she, like, again, don't send her the YouTube link, but has she been a bit of an asshole?
She hasn't been an asshole, no, but it's been challenging. But I love her.
That wasn't the word that he used, to be fair, but like, challenging is a lot nicer. But he's not calling his daughter an asshole. Like, obviously he loves her, but it's
he
more...
wouldn't be happy.
What, sorry?
He perhaps wouldn't be happy with some of the things that she's
well, if anything,
done,
it's kind of
but
come together, if that makes sense. Like, not that you were distant from her to start with, but it's kind of like the relationship has got better, or how she honours me again, if that sort of makes sense. But there is something about still going to Queensland to see her. So I don't know whether you've got plans, or I don't think she's coming to Tassie. Apparently I don't want to drink, even though I grabbed the bottle. But like, should probably close the lid.
It's because my mouth's dry. My mouth's dry. You're just being empathetic.
Your mouth is dry?
Yeah. So
Open up. No. Sorry. I would do that. I actually would. But it would only get as far as you. And I'm like, sorry. Yeah. So he says, just tell her I'm looking after everyone, Dave. And he says, but when you've been laying in bed at night, have you, like, not to creep you out, but have you felt kicks on the bed? Oh, we're all going to have to come back next week, because I reckon he might be doing it. Because what he's done, he says, no, it's okay to move on. From what? Have you met anyone new?
I have a new partner.
Perfect. Oh, we have to expand this to the room. So if anyone else, unfortunately, had a partner crossover, a husband, a wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, and you have maybe met someone new, what Ian says is what Spirit loves to validate. I was like, now's the time to tell it, because I can't remember. Yeah. It's one of my favourite sayings that Spirit says, but it's like, just because my journey on earth has ended doesn't mean that yours should as well. So our loved ones in Spirit never want us to feel any sense of guilt or any sense of like we're cheating or anything like that. He says she deserves to feel free from that. But the only reason he brought it up is because your new partner kicks you when you sleep. Now, I don't want you to think Ian's watching, because I also want to make it clear they do give us privacy. Remember when my grandfather died? I used the word death. When my grandfather crossed over when I was 15, I was like, wow, looks like I'm going to have to be a virgin for the rest of my life, because he's going to watch. I got over it.
My partner was waking me up last night.
Kicking you. He was restless as fuck. Like, because he's like also like, even
And
like
I
how
got
I'm out
up
on the
and
stage.
I was
I'm like,
really annoyed. Can't believe.
Ian was watching. No, that's not, like, you know, like, sorry to ruin your relationship. No, but it's just his way of showing that, like, because he says it with such jovial lightheartedness, and I mean, he's basically, sorry, yeah, there we go. He's basically said what Spirit loves to validate, that not only do they know that we have new people in our lives, who do you think picked him? Who do you think sent him your way? Like, even if you know, sometimes we connect with people that our partners also knew sometimes. I'm not saying that Ian knows your current partner now, but they always vet people coming into our lives. So not only do you have Ian's acknowledgement that you deserve to be happy and meet someone, Ian set it up. He says for the most part. Oh, okay. I mean, he could have just shut up when I said that, but that's it.
They went to the same school, years apart.
Yeah. But they knew each other, and I mean, everyone in Hobart knows everyone, really.
It's true.
Yeah. You're not from Launceston, are you? Is anyone I read from Launceston so far? Oh, you were. Yeah, I just saw Launceston. I mean, do you know that video? Oh, and he's like, "That's a big dog, mate." And he's like, "That's not a dog, it's a fucking llama." You know that dog? Oh, an alpaca. Does everyone know what I'm talking about? Okay. Great, because when Spirit references Launceston, that's what they show me. But I was like, I don't think anyone knows that video. I belong in a psych ward, it's all good. Yeah. So he says if he treats her well and she's happy, great, so am I. He's a little bit annoyed that you've kind of like leveled up a little bit though. It's like the new guy's, he'll never admit it, but like Ian thinks he's better looking than he was. And I've got to, like, Ian's pretty hot, like, daddy issues, you know. No, literally, I do. No. It's fine. I'm joking. Don't know where that came from, but that's okay. But yeah, from everyone up here and from me as well, a massive kiss.
You're incredible. Thank you so much.
Thanks. Okay. It looks like I've got a tick, but it's how Spirit distracts my mind. They make me look like I'm doing jazz. All right. I think we're all the way up the very back because they drew me up to my media wall. So I'm just going to have a drink again, pardon me. Oh. Sorry, nearly threw up. Would have been great. All right. Oh, I made you walk up there, Tal, but now I'm not too sure. So, did any lady just have her father just cross over recently? Now, I'm going to give the name Rob or Graham. When I say father, it could also be husband. Okay. Leave it with me. Do you have an... Someone yelled out, this is a little bit random. He says, and an uncle that loves cricket. Oh, okay, right here. Does Rob make sense as well? Okay, great. I don't think I've ever heard someone yell, and an uncle that loves cricket. I'm like, do you like cricket? Okay. All the way up the back, I said, and that's the fourth row, but that's okay.
I have to go back.
Yeah. Hi, ladies. Sorry, what were your names? I didn't even ask.
Renee and Christy.
Christy. Sisters?
Yep.
Sisters. Yeah. And where does Rob connect for you, ladies?
Father.
Beautiful. And yeah, I think it's Mum's brother that liked cricket, yeah, because like Dad knows him, but he puts him on the other side of the room, which is the reference of the separation of families. And Dad sort of says, my chest is getting very sore with him, so did he have a cardiac event? Yeah, sorry to hear that. You look like Brittany Murphy.
I have been told that before.
You've been told that before?
Yes.
Good. People think my sixth sense is this, but it's actually telling people what celebrities they look like. Yeah. He says, all right, girls, time to leave Tassie. You are? Yeah. Off to the mainland? Well, I mean, there's nowhere else you can be, can you? I mean, it's like... yeah. Dad's very excited that you're about to move. He says it's a long time coming. And he says, but then he took on a real African-American energy. And he's like, don't do it for no man. Are you moving for a man?
Kind of.
That's fine.
I was always moving, but yes, recently.
The way that Dad translates it, and I had this conversation with a family member recently, it's okay to move if you're moving because you want to be somewhere new and create something new. It's bad to move if you want to leave where you are. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And when Rob brings it up for my girl, for you, sorry. Oh, Dad's got reflux as well. Again, I feel like I'm... Could have also been the sushi I had for lunch. I mean, do you see any Japanese people in Hobart? Oh, come on, that was a little bit funny. Give me that, guys. If I'm going to be overtly racist, I need you to laugh. Like, you know, kind of stuff like, makes me feel a little bit at peace. No. You're not moving for a Japanese man, are you? I was like, that would be funny. That would be good. Because there's none in Hobart, you know. Okay, so did Terry or Rob smoke? Because again, I can't breathe.
Never.
You've definitely got a smoker coming forward because I can also smell it. I think it's actually probably a female though, that's the only thing. Now, I know by the time you get to our age, unfortunately, grandmothers and all that can cross over. It doesn't feel like a grandmother for me though, but there is a lady who's sort of referencing like, again, sort of chest or lung issues or even pneumonia. Again, it's probably going to be more on Mum's side because she kind of feels connected through Terry. So I don't know whether that was the grandmother on Mum's side, but like, I want to say Helen, but if that does make sense, don't Trace? Oh, Helen?
No, not Helen, but the nan was, in the end, was pneumonia.
She was what? Sorry, can I just get it?
Had pneumonia, but she didn't smoke or anything.
Yeah. I can still smell it really strongly. And I know Rob didn't because you said that he didn't anyway, but that's okay. I'm trying to work out where I'm moving you to. Like, I just can't, it feels like you're on the move a bit. It's just the big city, which is usually Sydney or Melbourne, to be fair. Where are you actually going?
Gold Coast.
Oh, I actually swear I nearly did say that. I'm not just joking. Because I call Gold Coast the big city because it's got fucking huge. Like, it was always like a little country town, and now it's just like Miami. I will say though, and it's not because of the relationship or anything going on, because that's great, because Dad's like, if you're moving for new beginnings and new choices, I'm so happy for her. It just doesn't feel like you're staying on the Gold Coast that long. There is going to be something that probably still takes you further south, and it's going to be pretty sudden or unexpected, but it's a positive. Like, it's completely your choice. It's, you know, whoever you're with, like, they'll go with you. Even though the situation maybe feels like we can't or wouldn't, it just happens really quickly. So it's not like it's not a warning at all, but like it sort of feels like by the time you move. Do you know when you're leaving yet?
No.
I've got you in February. Would that be too soon?
No.
Or too far?
No, I want to move yesterday, but...
Right. But you had to come to my show. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you. I was like, where's that water? No, I don't need a drink, it's fine. Yeah, because there's a very strong connection of development through two. So it's, I mean, February kind of is basically 2 months away anyway, but it's also the second month. So, you know, the timeline on it is very fluid, but Dad's just validating, you know, I'm watching over, everything will be smooth, we'll do it together. And he says, you know, if anyone can sort it out, you know I can. He says, I like organising. He says, not good at it, but I liked it. Well, okay. Maybe you organise it then. Don't leave it up to him. But yeah, I would say strong connections with two. You've also got overseas travel booked in next year. So I don't know whether you've actually booked that yet, but there's something that definitely takes you through Asia.
I've just applied for my passport. So yes, I'm hoping to go.
Oh, no, you don't need one to go to mainland. You're fine. No. Your passport.
I've just put the application in.
This is fun. Let me know what country. Don't tell me. My geography is usually pretty strong. Obviously, through family heritage, I imagine. How are you getting a passport? I'm so confused.
No, I've just put in my. I've never had a passport, and I've just put
Oh,
my
I
application in
get
to
you
get a
now.
passport because I want to go overseas.
Perfect. They called it Hobart International Airport, and I was like, I don't think there's any planes that go international here. Is there? Like, I actually don't know. There is. Where they go, New Zealand? Yeah. That doesn't count. Let me know when you go to Hawaii or something like that. Yeah, so Dad's getting excited to send you to Asia. I would ideally recommend not Bali.
I do follow you, so I know.
The what, sorry?
I do follow you, so I know that.
Oh, yeah. Bali and I don't get along. Unless, a travel company wants me to go there. Then I'll be like, yeah, I love Bali. Let's go. Yeah, there's a reference of, he says, the Asia that I like. And I was like, I like it all, really. Probably Thailand. Yeah. So he's looking forward to going with you. But yeah, more than anything else, he says, tell Mum I love her, but don't tell her I said that. But he actually does love your mum, which is nice. He's not just joking. And I know you're on a walker at the moment. Well, not a walker, but actually looks kind of cool. I'm a bit jealous.
An e-scooter.
An e-scooter?
Yeah.
What did you do?
I snapped my Achilles tendon.
Were you playing sport? Oh, well, the only thing that comes to my mind is netball, but I don't know. No, it could be in basketball. That sounds fun. Have you had to have surgery? Oh, thank God. Because I was like, you're going to. How long ago was surgery?
Last Wednesday.
Have you had a follow-up yet?
It's next Wednesday.
How are you feeling with it?
Just saying that.
I've had a few falls and I'm not very...
Were you drunk? No,
it's just a bit dangerous. Like, I had two before I come here, just getting out of the car.
I mean, I want to laugh, but I shouldn't. You know what I mean?
I laugh.
I mean, it's probably the top 10 things offensively I've done tonight if I did laugh, but that's okay. I'm not worried about you falling. It's just not healing how it should be. Yeah. And so you know that. Yeah, okay.
I know that, yeah.
Because Dad's... I'm just going to say what he said, because clearly I've got no filter. But he says, oh, no, she had the operation. Then you were like, oh, I had it last Wednesday. And he goes, no, the other one. So there unfortunately may be other surgery coming.
I only just thought when I got here, I wouldn't be surprised if they want to do surgery again. That's what I thought.
Yeah, well, it came from your dad.
Oh, God, great.
Now, the good news is, it does feel like a choice. Now, I know that's a really weird thing to say because surgery is not really a choice. Either we need to have it or we want to avoid it, obviously. I think next Wednesday, we'll all meet here again Thursday. Actually, I'm in Adelaide. It's fine. We'll come back again. I think they're going to give you the option. They're like, well, it's kind of healing. It could be better. We would like to maybe have a go again. But if you don't want to, you can get through it. But then it will kind of be like this for you.
That's what they said with the first one as well.
Oh. Are you sure they're doctors?
Yeah.
Was it a vet? No, sorry. But you did that in Hobart, I assume, yeah.
Yeah.
They're referencing Melbourne. Is your doctor from Melbourne?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see, when you talk to a surgeon or someone like that, whether they actually are from Melbourne or work in Melbourne a lot. Because they're referencing my home, which is... I mean, I'm not going to do it for you. I can give it a go, but I did say I wanted to be a doctor before. It's just more the referred pain. So I don't know whether, obviously when we've got one sort of leg out of action, it can cause hip issues and things like that. So I don't know whether you've been getting that. There's also for you through here, Sorry to put you on the spot in front of 250 people as well, but I've got very bad period pain at the moment, so I don't know whether you've got like endo or polycystic ovaries, either of you, to be fair. Oh, that's with
Christy
you,
has
okay.
endo, yeah.
I thought you were a mum already. Do you have kids? Yeah, perfect. Like 2? I thought it was 2 boys, but you've got a feminine, so a boy and a girl. She's dominant. Kind of feels like 2 boys. They can see their grandfather, there's no doubt about that. I'm just going to... Yeah. All good. But yeah, it's just Dad and Terry wanting you both to know that, yeah, we're looking after, watching over. There's a very strong female that keeps coming forward again that's not a grandmother for me. And she keeps like, I don't have nails, but she keeps like, it's like fake nails and she keeps clipping it like that. Keep the microphone with, sorry. Has to be in spirit though, that's the only thing.
Yeah, that he's, I'm sure our grandma used to do this on a chair she had.
She what, sorry?
She would do that with her nails on a chair.
Were they long though, like kind of like?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Not like fakies, but I can just...
No, but yeah, I can remember my mum saying that that's what our grandma used to do.
I was about to say, because it has to be with Terry, so that would be mum's side of the family?
Who's Terry?
Because it's coming forward on my left, which is the feminine. It's all good. We'll work out where we go with that. But if you can connect with it, I mean, I'll take it, you know, like, it's a little bit random, but, you know, I've still got reputation. Yeah, perfect. From everyone up here and from me as well. Massive kids. Good luck with the surgery.
Thank you.
Well, maybe potential surgery. Dad's going to sort it out. Yeah, cool. Thank you.
Thanks.
What up there? Just dying, don't mind me. All right. It's a name Den, so it's D-E-N. Now, when we connect with that, it's usually in spirit. Sorry, broke the piano. Dennis or Denise. Now, she's referenced, it's she. Okay, so it's Denise. Referencing my daughters in the room. Anyone's mother, Denise, in spirit? Ali?
Yeah.
Perfect. Hello, Alison, I imagine. Hi, nice to meet you. She says, I dragged her here. She wasn't sure whether she was going to come. Are you by yourself?
Yeah.
Thank you for joining. She says, I've found Pat.
Oh.
Where does Pat connect for you? Grandma?
Her dad,
Her dad.
who died. I never met him.
Perfect. He's got a very gentle, sweet energy. I know you never met him, so you just have to agree with me on that. But he's got a beautiful just softness to him. I can appreciate, given that you never met him, he did cross at a younger age. Denise hasn't been gone into the afterlife that long either. When did she unfortunately cross over? Because it feels, again, very recent for me.
About 18 months ago.
Yeah, I'm so sorry to hear that.
And it's funny because I had thought to her that we called her Dennis as a joke.
It's interesting because I've got an auntie, Denise, so it's not usually the kind of name where they would play both for me because they can just show me my auntie. So the fact that I got Den and then Den is for me, Dennis, yeah, so okay, great. Well, she goes by Dennis too. And her mum is in spirit as well because she does reference being with her mum. Her mum loves you, so her mum definitely got the opportunity to meet you because she's, again, like with the beautiful lady down the front here, she's taken on a very motherly energy with you. I want to call her Dorothy, but it's not Dorothy. Like Olive?
Yeah, it's Olive.
Great. Still got it. Put that there. Where? Someone said there was a spider. I'm like, I don't care about spiders, but I was like, why? Where? Oh, I mean, somewhere. So was it her that had cancer, or was that her mum? Because there's a female coming forward connecting with the element of internal spread. It actually doesn't feel that old, actually. Like, not as old as the grandmother, but a grown lady. So I dare say we're probably actually bringing another lady forward. Does that make sense?
Is it? Depends how old.
I mean, I would actually say around my age, but she also kind of feels a bit young, and then she kind of feels like she's 60. I can't work it out. Like, I kind of feel like I'm fishing for the answer.
No, there are two of them.
Oh, there's two. So is one younger than me, and then one's kind of a bit older?
Yep.
Perfect. No, so there's 4 women now making their presence clear then, and grandfather. Now, again with these, did they both have cancer?
Yep.
Yeah. Where's the one that had the female? Well, they might have both again, but with the female cancer, like breast, ovarian, something like that.
That was Mum's sister.
Mum's, so your aunt, perfect. Because there's a lot of pink ribbons, which is usually breast, to be fair. But then my stomach gets sore. So, like, what cancer did she have then?
My cousin had stomach cancer.
Stomach, okay. Oh, again with the reflux. And she's singing this song, and she's like, "Don't cry for me, Argentina." I don't know whether that's relevant to you or not. Just say yes, because I had to sing that in front of 250 people. Because I'm very shy, in case you realised. She's got an alarm going off in my head as well. I'm just trying to work out why. What did I miss? She's also got balloons, which is usually around celebrations. So I don't know whether it's the anniversary of someone's passing or birthdays or something like that, but she's really, like, they're celebrating, so it's probably not the anniversary of passing, I would dare say. Did anyone just have the birthday? Where's the birthday? Because everyone up here is singing happy birthday now.
Her oldest grandson just had his birthday.
Perfect. So that would be your nephew, I imagine.
Oh, my son.
Oh, your son, perfect. Okay, sorry, that was me, just because you called him the eldest grandson, not my boy. Know that she's wishing him a happy birthday, because it was sort of like, I could see all these balloons. Okay, now that time I actually heard it in the room. Was that a ding? Oh, I thought that was you. Was it you? Oh. No, I'm blaming you. Oh. Where does Chris connect?
It's my mother-in-law.
Perfect. No, the Chris is... God, you're really bringing forth the whole crew here. They're all so, like... They're one massive family. Like, even... I mean, I don't want to say you're related. It is Tasmania, but, like, it's sort of... Just kidding, guys. I got away with that joke in Perth. You can't really actually get away with it when you're in Tasmania. But they're all coming forward. So as I sort of said before, this is my feminine side. So female spirits will come forward this side. This is my masculine side. So males will come forward that side. Your whole family is meeting me in the middle. So it's sort of like, even though we maybe have, like, you know, the beautiful Denise, I mean, your cousin could have been on the other side. It could have also been her niece, of course, but, you know, they're all just coming forward so connected, which is lovely. Because even Chris, as he comes forward, he had a heart attack. Yeah, just got a very sharp pain in my chest.
She had complications from cancer and died of respiratory.
Through what, sorry?
She died of a chest infection of cancer.
Yeah, it unfortunately did cause a cardiac event, though. I'm not sure whether everyone's aware of that or not. The very end of his time on Earth, the heart actually went into, like, that. And that was your father-in-law, you said?
No, that's my mother. Chris is my mother-in-law.
Mother-in-law, pardon me. Because we've got... There's a man that's got a heart issue, though.
Yep.
Again, I don't want to ask, but who is it? I will ask, but, like, who is it? Because he's hugging onto you so tightly. Like, he's sort of just, like, it sounds a bit weird, but he's kind of got his hand right there, and then he's kind of, like, got you in a headlock, and then he's just, like, holding you in.
It's my brother-in-law.
Perfect. So Chris's son.
Chris's son.
Yeah.
She wasn't scared of dying because she would be with him.
Yeah. Well, literally what she just said. She says, no, I've got him. She says, I knew that he would be there for me. So, as you mentioned, wasn't as scared of crossing over. I just love how Denise says, she goes, you know you had to be here tonight. She goes, I wasn't letting you get away without telling you how much I love you. And she says, because she says, you know, there's been other women that have said it in the room tonight, Dave. But I got so fortunate that that's my daughter, because she really just held on to me. And getting to watch her grow up, she says, I learnt so much from her. She says, I don't want her to get a big head. But she says, you know, she's a lot smarter and aware than even I am. And she says, but I'm pretty smart. She says, it's just that with everything that's happened, like, the world hasn't allowed my daughter the time to grieve. Yeah. Because she was always so strong that she's also had to hold weight for everyone. And she says, so that's why we all wanted to bring her here tonight, just to let her know that she's not doing it alone. And that I'm looking after her too. And does anyone in the family just get a new car or wanting a new car? She's put a bow on a car. So, is it your car that's going to fuck up? That's If you can't connect with that yet, that can't be that far away. There's going to be someone in the immediate circle that gets a new car. How old did your son turn? Because, I mean, he's not old enough to be, like, buying new cars, I can't imagine. Well, he feels old enough, actually, but, like, how old is he now?
Our 16-year-old son just got a car a couple of months ago.
How long ago?
About August.
Might still be a little bit too far away for me. What is it now? November. Yeah, it's probably a little bit too far. So I dare say there's a new car coming in. You've also got family. God, it's a bit of a theme tonight, apparently. But you've also got family moving to Melbourne. So I don't know whether anyone's been talking about that at the moment, but there's a reference of 2026 with the lead up to the city. Anyone from Richmond in Tassie? I just saw the candle company in my head. The people from... My beautiful friend Loz came from Melbourne and was with me this morning when we were at the... am I saying Salamanca? Good. Because I kept calling it Salamanica. And everyone's like, what the fuck's that? I'm like, Tassie, you know, everyone goes. Lovely spot. Had scallops at 8 a.m. It was great. Yeah, but Denise just said, with everyone, she says, okay, Ali, it's now time for you. She says, you know, you've been such an incredible mother, an incredible daughter. And she says, now's the time to do you. She says, she's got a good humour. She's like dry, but like also it surprises you when she's funny, if that makes sense. She says, because it's now time to do you before you're old and withered. And I was like, okay. But she says, this is proof we're all here for you. Now, your son who got the car in August, I thought that was in my head again. I was about to... Was that a sneeze? Yeah, love it. I thought something medically was going on with the son, because I thought maybe he was about to get COVID or something. I don't know. Just noticed how the whole room went quiet, and then you're like, oh, true. It's great timing. I'm not medically worried about him, but I feel very heavy in the head. Like, I can appreciate he's a young man, and being a teenager is probably the worst time in our lives. Like, but it's also his circle or who I'm around. Like, have you yourself, like, I mean, mother's instinct is the strongest thing on the planet, but like no one up in Spirit's worried about him. But they're also like, I'm just not a fan of his circle. Like, have you had issues with them? Because something's probably going to, if it hasn't just happened since August, there might be something that's about to happen where I think one of them, oh, that's a bit worse than I was, well, not worse, but a bit deeper than I was thinking. I think one of them is probably going to get in trouble with the law. But it's going to be like a close friend. And I don't want, your son's not involved, but it's more like his grandmother's annoyed by the circle, or by the people that he surrounds himself with. She says his bloody father needs to step up. In front of everyone, how is his father?
He's wonderful, but he's very soft with them.
Someone always said to me, if you ever start a sentence and then have but, everything you said before the but doesn't matter. I'm just kidding. Apparently I'm a fish tonight as well. I don't even drink this much normally. Yeah, they would like him to just step up a little bit. Because Chris is a strong woman. So she's going to tear everyone apart in a good way, but yeah. It's not, like I said, I'm not concerned for him, but they just want you to know that they're watching over him. So when things happen over the next few months, it's sort of like he's looked after, he's fine, it's just a circle, they're clearing it off. I dare say it might also be, I think it could even be him that maybe does end up moving to Melbourne, unless anyone else in the wider family circle has been talking about it. There's something to do with cars or mechanics. Well, he did just buy a car actually recently, but yeah, it's not that, but all good. But yeah, Denise, are you wearing her ring at the moment?
I'm wearing a ring that I bought in memory of her.
She calls it her ring.
Yeah, I call it her ring. Yeah.
Oh, she said with the inheritance, but I'm not saying that's the case.
Right.
Yeah, was it? I thought that was being a bit like crude of me.
Yeah.
She goes, with the inheritance. She says, sorry I couldn't leave more, but then she went like that. And I'm like, I think you've done pretty well, Denise. Well done. Yeah, know that she loves the ring. And from everyone and me as well. Massive kiss. Thank you.
Dave, it's 9:10.
It's what?
9:10.
No. The venue can't stop me. They actually can. I mean, it'd kind of be cool if they turned off the lights. I wouldn't mind seeing what the room looked like, actually. Oh, I don't want to stop. Oh, we can do one more. Thank you. Oh, stop it. No. My spirit just said bye, and I'm like, literally, now's not the time. Oh, don't end like that. Okay. So the show that I did before Hobart was Perth, and that started off with a girl that actually had meningococcal, but the reading after that was a young boy who had brain cancer. And now I have a young child coming forward, being like, I had that too. Now, I actually think more than one person in the room may connect with this, but where's the boy probably under the age of 10 that maybe unfortunately had a brain tumour or brain cancer? He has crossed over from this though. Everyone can see this guy, right, can't they? Yeah, so it's like, well, he's grown up. River? Can anyone connect with a young boy called River even? This is going well. I'm glad I didn't start with this, because then you would have been like, fuck, what have we come here for? There's definitely a young boy. He's just, see, the thing is, because all night I've been able to place it in the room, but he's actually covering the whole room. It's a young boy who references having issues with the brain or the head. Now, again, I don't think it's meningococcal. It could have been something like that, though, because that's how the Perth show started. It's more of a connection with New South Wales, which is also a little bit random, given that we're not anywhere near it. Okay, guys, give me something better than that. Surprise, surprise, I'm just going to have another drink. Is it hot in here? Yeah, good, because I feel like I was hot before. I mean, I've always been hot, you know what I mean? But like I was hot before and now I just feel like sweaty. All right. He's still insistent on coming forward, but we'll see where we go else with this. Okay, it's got 3 names, Bob, Ed, and Carla. Oh, good. Hello, are you Carla? Yeah, let's go here. Tell me it's not the time, but I was like, it's time, isn't it? can't even see. This is how blind I am. I'm like, does the name Helen connect?
Sorry?
Helen? They told me to check my phone and then I just got an email from Helen. So I thought maybe that was for you. Bob's your dad? Ed's
Yes.
his dad? Or grandfather for you?
My dad.
Is Ed?
No, Bob.
Where does Ed connect? What's Bob's dad's name? Don't tell me. Just around Carla, can anyone connect with an Ed in spirit? Eddie, Edward, Edwina. Yeah, because Bob's grabbing onto you really tightly, but he's referencing like his brother or like, I can appreciate his father may have crossed over, yes, but there's kind of like another man coming forward with him. I'll keep the microphone with you, but I also just had Dylan back in my head. And he says, I don't know whether this means anything to you, but he says, if she goes to prison, at least she can walk there. What on earth does that mean? Sorry to interrupt, Carla. You live next to it? In where? I've never heard of that in my life. Okay. I mean, well, don't go to prison, ideally. I think I'd be more scared being in a female prison than a male prison. What was that? Oh, great. That's handy. If I went to a male prison, I'd just be in the showers the whole time. I'm joking. It's been a long day, you know. Okay. Yeah, see, Spirit said goodbye to me, but then I pushed them, and it's just Bob coming forward, being like, well, I need to say hello to Carla quickly. He calls you Macca. I don't know whether that makes... do you work at McDonald's?
My surname's McFarlane.
Yeah, that works. Spirits test me a lot now because I actually got... It was a comment on TikTok weeks ago, and they're like, oh, why do you always get first names but never surnames? And I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to start getting surnames too. And now Spirit's kind of actually giving me surnames. It's with Bob, or Rob, he's very... again, it's not a warning, but again, I'm very drawn into your mum. And it's sort of like, I don't know whether... Has she had any health issues recently? Because it's sort of the element of like where they're putting a protective barrier over her, but it's more so like mental or like the element of communication. He says, but I didn't leave her. What does that mean? Were they married when he crossed over, or did they separate?
No, she passed before he did.
So how do I translate this? And she didn't have issues with the head though, did she? Because he's referencing, I didn't leave... he literally gave me the answer because he's like, I didn't leave her. She unfortunately passed first. Okay. Because it's a real reference of, but I have to look after the mum. Was it her that had cancer or her mum? Or Bob's mum? This is great, isn't it? I'm glad we're finishing this way, because there's a very strong symbol of the internal spread again. There's mum's energy. She just came right in, right next to me. She's really wanting to reference being able to be back on her feet again, or something about being able to stand tall. So it's sort of like I'm getting a sharp pain down lower, but I don't know whether there was issues with affecting mobility or something about like passing really quick. Because she's sort of doing when I click my fingers, it's element of sudden or unexpected. But then she's also referencing the decline. But yeah, it's like my hips are sore. I don't know how to translate that in spirit. Usually it can be bone issues, but she doesn't acknowledge that. My ankle just went too. Yeah, all good. I'm bringing them forward. Just talking into the microphone. Yeah. He's like, oh, do you want me to talk? I'm like, yes, please, thank you. They're really making a strong point of holding hands together, though. But so when Mum unfortunately crossed over, they were still together, though.
No.
Okay, because they're really making a strong point of holding hands. And it's sort of like, I don't know how to expand this to the whole room, but they're going like that to the whole room. Oh, okay, I get why they're coming forward with this message, because I actually want to expand this to the whole room. Now, I have talked about this previously at live shows, podcasts, radio, whenever you can listen to me. I don't shut up about it, actually. When we have negative and every single person in this room, this is why we're finishing with this message from beautiful Carla's parents. We all have someone we don't really like. It might be a family member, it could be an ex, it can be friends that we had big fallings out with. And Spirit always wants everyone to remember that when we cross over, it's not relevant anymore. And the analogy that we use is the TV show Friends. Because even if you never watched Friends, you know it. And when we're in the afterlife, our souls are Jennifer Aniston and Courtney Cox. And when we come to Earth, we step onto a set. This is literally like a TV show. And suddenly our souls become human, and they become Rachel and Monica. And like in a TV show, we have our plots, we have our themes, we have our triumphs and tragedies, and eventually the TV show comes to an end. And that ending for us is crossing over. Now, when we're in the TV show, it is the same person, absolutely. It is the soul and the human, but they're also two very different things at the same time. And the way that Spirit wants to validate it, and why your parents are bringing this up in particular, Carla, especially if they did separate Earthside, because if Monica and Rachel had a fight in the TV show Friends, do you think that Jennifer and Courtney would continue that off the set? Absolutely not. They don't give a fuck. It's not them. It is them, but it's actually not. So when our soul crosses over, it doesn't forget what happened on Earth. If there's people that we have arguments with or have fallen outs with, if they harm us or do negative things towards us, does the soul forgive them? Not necessarily, but it also doesn't hold on to it anymore because it understands the bigger picture or the wider purpose. So the way that they want to conclude the beautiful evening tonight is that if there is anyone in Spirit that maybe if you did have a complicated relationship with, or if there's anyone Earthside that you currently maybe family and close friends that maybe you don't have a relationship with anymore. Oh, I love that. They said it better than me. They said it's the end, that when we come home, we're all still together again. And it is, our time on Earth was just one piece of the jigsaw puzzle. And it's, right now for all of us, it's a big deal because it causes us grief, it causes us anger. But when we cross over, it's the bigger picture all again because we all connect back as one. And they just want to validate that. Does Mum forgive Bob in the physical? She's like, no. But is she with him now? Yes, because it's a bigger picture. Do you want to come up? Yeah. So Hobart, thank you so much for joining me tonight. It's been, as I mentioned, an absolute pleasure's a weird word, but it has been a pleasure to be able to stand up and be able to connect for you all. And as I said at the start, even though we were able to read, I'm losing my breath again, pardon me, even though we were able to read a lot of people tonight, if anything that I said related to your journey, your life, if there's any common messages, that was your loved one's way of reaching out to you. So they're interrupting again. I was like, okay, you got 10 seconds. Oh, they're waving at me. Great, thank you. What was I saying? So again, a massive thank you to every single one of you for coming tonight. I'm looking forward to coming back to Tassie. It's been great, and for anyone that would like to stay behind, I can appreciate it's getting quite late, and you've probably got other places you'd rather be now. But we do have a little meet and greet at the back if anyone wants to stay behind. And in the meantime, again, thank you all for coming out. The biggest question I all have is if I do private readings, and I do, but I'm just on because I'm touring at the moment. I have taken a break from them, but I will get back to them. I say January, but it's like January, Feb. if anyone is keen, of course. But again, a massive thank you for coming down. I'm just going to quickly head out the back, but if anyone would like to stay behind, I'll see you up at the back soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dave. Don't run off just yet. I was just, on behalf of everyone from Hobart, that was absolutely amazing, David. Don't hug her. Don't hug her. She doesn't like it. No, that was absolutely amazing. I think I saw Tully cry once, and I said to her,
I cried a few times. Yeah.
we were playing this game earlier on, and I was saying to David, one of the filmmaker photographers, Chris, his little son was rolling around with the mic, and you heard this faint little voice, and I said to David, is that what you hear in your head? And he's like, yeah. So for an example, this is what David was saying that he hears in his head when someone's talking to you. You were like, hi, David. A little bit fainter. Hi, David.
So
that's what David hears, but when you close your eyes, do you physically see the people as well?
Yeah, so I see, hear and feel.
Okay.
But Spirit uses my brain like a library. So it is a game of translation, but admittedly it's a game of translation I've been doing for 15 years now. So it's kind of like a good game of hieroglyphics, really.
Mm-hmm.
But they will show me people that I know. That's how I get names very well. And they will reference things in my life and symbols. And yeah, I can see like I'm watching a home movie sometimes.
That's awesome. You have an amazing gift, and on behalf of everyone,
thank you.
Thank you.
But I do want to finish by saying every single person in this room also has the ability. We're all souls having a human experience. We're not humans having a spiritual experience when we do something like this. As Spirit said at the very start, we all came from somewhere and we're all going to go back there again. So if the obnoxious young man in his 20s who works in law and studies counter-terrorism and loves politics can suddenly become a medium, I think anyone can.
And before we all leave, when can people see this on YouTube?
Chris, when can people see it on YouTube? Chris will say tomorrow, but he really means Thursday. No. By Christmas. No, we'll definitely get it up within the week. No, you've always done it within a week anyway. I'm not putting pressure on.
But yes, we'll be out the back taking photos. And again, thank you for your amazing gift.
Love you, Hobart. Thank you.
Thank you.